We're back for our daily NBA best bets here on Saturday, March 21st. We've got a lot of NBA action today with a lot of the teams in the association playing today, and we've got our 5 best bets for today's action. Now, folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA best bets here on the channel. Yesterday, I watched some of the most absurd tanking I have ever seen. Now, we got our Knicks-Nets best bet wrong. I apologize. The Knicks suck ass, and they can't cover against the lowly tanking Nets. But guys, despite that, take the bet out of the equation here. New York's up by 1 point at the end of the game with about 2 seconds to go. And the Nets, were winning most of the game. They let the Knicks go on a big run. The Nets go back on a big run and take the lead with like 2 minutes to go, whatever. I witnessed the Brooklyn Nets with a second or 2 seconds left in the game, inbounding the ball from half court, decide not to throw the ball in the front court, but throw it in the back court and try to hit a game-winning half-court shot down by 1 with 2 seconds. What? I've never seen a clear version of tanking than what I saw yesterday at the end of that game. It was hilarious because they panned it to the Nets bench after, and those guys are just laughing that they took a half-court game-winning shot down by 1. You just got to respect the tank. You got to respect the tank. Tanking has never been in the position where it's at right now. It's absurd. Nets 6-game losing streak. Wizards 14-game losing streak. Pacers 15-game losing streak. Keep on losing. It's the only thing to do. Anyways, folks, before we get in the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA best bets here on the channel. Earlier today, our college basketball best bets, so make sure to go check those out if you have not yet. And on Greedo Plays MMA, today is UFC London. Evloev, Leron Murphy in the main event from the O2 in London, England. Make sure to go check out our full predictions. Those will be linked in the description down below alongside our 5 best bets for that card as well. Okay, let's move on now to the first of our 5 best bets today for the association. We're going to kick things off with the earliest game on the slate today, 5 p.m. local time over in Washington, 2 o'clock though out here. I'm taking the Oklahoma City Thunder to beat the Washington Wizards by 21 points. Yep, that's real. That's real. That is a real bet we are taking today. In an NBA game, there are professionals on both sides of the court. There are professionals in both locker rooms. I'm taking the OKC Thunder to beat another professional basketball team by more than 21 points. Guys, again, we talked about it in the open of this video. Tanking is reaching lengths we have never seen before. And it's because the NBA is essentially banning tanking out of this year, so these teams are squeezing as much tanking as they can get out of this year before, again, it is inevitably going to be kind of taken out of the sport. Washington is one of those 3 teams, them, Brooklyn, and Indiana, who are insisting on losing basketball games. Again, Brooklyn, Washington, and Indiana all control their own destiny to the number 1 pick in terms of continuing to lose games. We're not talking about, you're controlling your own destiny to make the playoffs. No, you're controlling your own destiny to have one of the 3 best odds to land the number 1 pick in the NBA draft. Brooklyn currently 17-53. Again, Washington 16-53. Indiana 15-55. So Washington here with a loss can continue to extend their losing streak, and no one believes they actually have a chance to win this game outright. It's just a matter of how many points do the Thunder beat the Wizards by. I expect more than 21. I do. OKC's coming off a game in Brooklyn in which they won by 29 on the road against the Brooklyn Nets. Jared McCain leads the game in scoring for the OKC Thunder with 26. Again, it's absolutely absurd, by the way, the Sixers. I'll say this every day until the end of time. Why do the Sixers give the Thunder Jared McCain for a bag of chips? What in the hell was Daryl Morey thinking? I mean, I don't understand what he was trying to do. But it's okay. They sold high, so whatever. Anyways, OKC's not lost a game since February 25th. They have not lost a game since Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has returned. Again, we talk about opposite sides of the spectrum. With Washington being on their 14-game losing streak, Oklahoma City has now won 10 consecutive games. They will win their 11th. Maybe, is the MVP race tightening up? I gotta believe it is, right? We will talk about Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers, who are on an 8-game winning streak of their own in a little bit. But I have to believe that MVP race is tightening up just a little bit. Even though, well, the books don't consider that to be the case because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is currently a minus 2,000 favorite to win the MVP, and Luka Doncic rolls in at second as plus 1,500. Next up would be Victor Wembanyama at plus 3,300. Yeah, it's going to SGA. Shocker. Anyways, Gilgeous-Alexander and the Thunder need to continue to win games. SGA, obviously, every single game is trying to extend that 20-point streak. Had a close call in the Minnesota win that they had on Sunday, but then easily goes over the line against the Magic with his 41 points on Tuesday. Second out of a back-to-back. It's a blowout game, so Shea gets his 20 points against Brooklyn and then checks out of the game, which again led to Jared McCain being leading scorer with 26 points for the Oklahoma City Thunder. But I'll just say it, I don't expect this game to be competitive at all. I don't think this is remotely close. The Wizards have not. So again, we talked about the Thunder not losing a game since February 25th. The Wizards have not won a game since February 20th, where they won back-to-back games on back-to-back nights in DC against the Indiana Pacers. Two massive L's and, well, I guess 2 massive wins for Washington, which ultimately costs them the tiebreaker against Indiana as they beat the Pacers 3 of 4 this year. If those teams wind up somehow being on the bubble of the top 3, picks and Sacramento's involved, it likely won't happen. Whatever. Again, Pacers, Wizards, Nets are almost certainly going to be the bottom 3 teams in the league. But anyways, Washington's not going to stand a chance here. The Wizards are coming off a blowout loss by 22 to the Detroit Pistons. That's a Detroit team without Cade Cunningham playing. Cunningham obviously has the collapsed lung currently. Detroit beats Washington without their all-star and without their obviously top 10 player in the sport. Yeah, I don't know how this game is going to be close against OKC. Because here's the thing. Again, the Thunder do approach every game with the intent on blowing you out. It's not like OKC has nights where they take off because Shea is always trying to extend that 20-point streak. And I get it. He can just check himself after 20. Still, you have to have somewhat of an impact on a game to score 20 points. Because here's the thing, right? Shea checks himself out, or the Thunder, and the OKC Thunder take Shea out of the game after he hits his 20 against Brooklyn. But he plays 26 minutes, and you got to think, okay, the efficiency out of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in that game. Does not attempt a 3 against the Brooklyn Nets, but goes 8 for 9 from the field and 4 for 5 from the field. He has a perfect game. He just doesn't do too much because, well, his team doesn't need him to do that much against a bad and tanking Brooklyn Nets team who just yesterday clearly sold the game and threw the game away at the end of the game against the Knicks. Whatever, but they covered, I guess. So thanks, guys. Anyways, with Shea needing to score 20 in every game he plays, OKC's forced to kind of play alongside him. And that's, again, that's a good thing that the Thunder don't take games off. And sure, the Spurs are still on their ass. San Antonio's only 3 games behind OKC, which really means they're 2 games behind them because the Spurs have the regular season tiebreaker. I just don't see San Antonio making up 2 games in the Thunder from here to the end of the season. I just don't think they're going to, because I'd argue the Thunder are only going to lose 1 more game for the rest of the regular season. I think they're going to lose in LA on April 7th to the Lakers. I don't think they're losing another one. That's it. They're not going to lose another regular season game. They're going to go, I'm trying to do the math real quick. They're going to go 66-16 in the regular season. I think so. They're just so incredibly deep. And that's the thing too, and that's why I love that, I don't love taking big spreads like this all the time, but OKC is the exception because their bench is so deep. Jared McCain's playing garbage minutes, and Jared McCain's casually putting up, back to back on possessions, 3 straight threes, when the game's already over and they're up by 15 points, and that extends leads, and that allows you to cover spreads. So again, Shea's going to play big minutes, and the starters are going to play up until the point where the game's over, likely midway through the third quarter, hell, maybe even halftime. But Shea's going to get his 20, and then here comes the bench, and here comes the depth, and they still dominate you because OKC's bench unit, and even their third unit, is better than the Wizards. It just is. Washington continuing to deal with injuries. Obviously, Whitmore out for the year. D'Lo not even with the team. Keyshawn George out for the year. AD likely out for the year. Trae Young out tonight with the quad. Trey Johnson questionable. Leaky Black out tonight. Will Riley questionable. I wonder who's going to dominate OKC minus 21. Not even a competition. On to our second best bet of the video. We go to our first player prop of the day, and we're looking at the New Orleans Pelicans guard, Dejonte Murray. I'm going to go Dejonte Murray over 16.5 points. It's just almost one of these lines that are too good to be true. Because Dejonte Murray, since he's returned back to action, has hit this line in all but 3 games so far this year. I think we're okay. He's, I believe, 7 of 10 on this all year long. We should be fine. Dejounte Murray's been really good post-return from injury. Again, I don't know if that's just him, being really motivated to get out of New Orleans and obviously increasing the trade package that he will be dealt for and the value that he'll have, which obviously always has to be a motivation for not even just NBA players, but players of any sport on losing basketball teams. Or maybe it's the motivation of again, Dejounte Murray, don't just take my word for it, he said it himself, of him, being brought back to get the Pelicans in the play-in, picture, which, hey, don't look now. Pelicans are the first team out currently in the Western Conference. However, they are 8.5 games back of the Golden State Warriors. But How about those Pelicans winning back-to-back games at home against the Los Angeles Clippers? 2 games in which we both called. We said the Pelicans were going to win both those games at home, and don't look now, but the play-in is now 7 versus 8 Phoenix versus Portland and 9 versus 10 Clippers versus Warriors. Oh, I didn't expect it to go that way, and I hope the Clippers make up ground on Portland just so we can have some better matchups, obviously, in the playoffs, because I don't really want Portland getting 2 chances. If Portland wins back-to-back games, then sure, you deserve to be in the playoffs. I don't really want Portland getting a home game in the 8 versus 9/10 game. Just don't. Also, I feel like the Clippers have a way better chance of beating Phoenix in the 7-8, which, again, if Phoenix is then stuck in the 8 or the 7 versus 9-10 matchup, just creates for a lot more excitement. Potentially, again, winner plays OKC. We know the Thunder are going to be whoever they play, but still, I don't love Phoenix versus Portland in the first play-in game. It just doesn't excite me at all. Like, yeah, okay, Phoenix wins by 20. Big shocker, Anyways, the Pels are winning games. They beat the Clippers. They've sent the Clippers now down to 9th in the Western Conference. The Clips are now 34-36. Don't look now. The Pelicans have won 5 out of their last 6 games, beating Washington, Toronto, losing by 2 points in Houston to the Rockets in a game in which Dejonte Murray scores 35 points on 14 of 18 from the field and 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. And then obviously those wins against the Los Angeles Clippers back-to-back games. Prior to that, 2-8 victory over the Dallas Mavericks. The Pelicans just keep on winning. And yes, it is too little too late. The Pelicans could win their last 11 games and they would be 36-46. That would require the Golden State Warriors to lose all but 3 games for the rest of the season. It's actually not as crazy as you think it is, but it's not going to happen. Let's just look at the Warriors' schedules to make sure. Okay, no. The Warriors have got Brooklyn, Washington, Sacramento twice. It's not going to happen. Or the Clippers would have to lose all but 2 games. They play Dallas tonight. They're probably going to win. Just make sure they don't have nothing but juggernauts left. They play Sacramento once in Indiana. Never mind. Okay, yeah. The Pels, they're not... Sorry, guys. I have to report. The New Orleans Pelicans are not making the play-in. But I will give them credit. They have really played well since Dejounte Murray has returned. And that's why we're taking Dejounte Murray's over on points tonight. The line just feels too good to be true, but I'm going to take it anyway. So if there's a trap, I'm falling into it. Cleveland's not a great defensive team. Cleveland just relies on their ability to outscore you. But look at their last game they play against the Chicago Bulls. Chicago scores 110 on Cleveland, and sure, Cleveland ultimately wins the game 115-110, but if Chicago's giving you that tough of a game, the Pelicans, the way that they're playing, well, the Pels might straight up beat you, I'll tell you that. Donovan Mitchell tonight is questionable with an eye injury for Cleveland. We will see about Jared Allen. Jared Allen's out for the entire road trip, so 2 starters out tonight for Cleveland. Obviously, Harden, Wade, and Mobley are all playing for this team. And again, we'll see again about Donovan Mitchell. I like Murray over on points. Again, Cleveland not a great defensive team. Dejounte Murray only needs 16. It's something he's done in 70% of the games he's played since he's returned. Murray's been sitting at 30-plus minutes. He does not play back-to-back, so he's 100% refreshed going into this game. He has not played a game since Wednesday. Well, I guess the Pels haven't played a game since Wednesday, but, well, you get my point. They played on Thursday, too. I thought it was Tuesday, Wednesday. No, so yeah, he skips the Thursday game, obviously. They still beat the Clippers without him. Kawhi played both games, but Murray didn't. I like the Pels actually to cover 4.5 too if you want that, but I think the best bet for this individual game is undoubtedly Dejounte Murray over 16.5 points. Just look at the production he's put up all year long, the manner in which he's shooting the 3-point ball. I've been really impressed. I've been really impressed with Dejounte Murray. He's really been an X factor for this Pels team since he's returned. Got to go with the over on points tonight for the Pelicans point guard in Dejounte Murray. On to our third best bet of the video. Here we go. Let's keep the momentum rolling with the Los Angeles Lakers big-time game tonight. The Lakers take their 8-game winning streak on the road to Orlando, Florida to take on the Orlando Magic. The Lakers are -140 favorites. You could take the -2, which again, I don't disagree with. I think that's a good play. I'm going to take the -140 just in case. But the Lakers, all things considered, should beat the shit out of the Magic. Let's just say it how it is. They should dominate Orlando tonight because of the way Luka Doncic is playing. And more things keep on coming out about Luka's personal life, which is just, it disgusts me. It disgusts me what's going on with this man. I mean, I feel bad. I feel bad for the guy. I do. I mean, the fact, it's all coming together now. The reason why he was so emotional, why he got traded from Dallas to LA, is because his wife wouldn't move with him to LA. I mean, you can be Luka Doncic and she won't even, don't get me started. That's just crazy. I can't believe it. I mean, Yeah, this is the official report. He's been trying for months to get, I don't know how to say the woman's name, to be honest. It's just Anna Maria. I don't know why I try to put the entire thing together. Anna Maria to move to California with their kids, but she's refused since moving back to Slovenia since last May. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Hey, Luka's been absurd. He's been absurd since that moment that it officially got announced to the public that he was no longer with his wife, fiance, whatever. He's been with her since like grade school. It's crazy. So it's just absurd stuff. I feel horrible for the guy. But if he keeps playing the way he's playing, hey, keep that anger and let it keep fueling you, I guess. Because my goodness, Luka Doncic. Yes, legitimately should probably win the MVP. No, it should go to Shai. It should still go to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I will say this too. Again, Luka's been great, and I'm a Lakers fan, but I will say I think Shai's still the MVP. We're raving about this Lakers 8-game winning streak. OKC's quietly on a 10-game winning streak that will go to 11 today. I get it. Luka's put up some big games. Shai's a better defender. He's on the best team in the league. It should probably go to him. Efficiency is Shai. I get it. Luka's the second best player, though, in the NBA. He is. And there's a legitimate case that I'm making now that I think the Lakers might be able to beat the Thunder. The way they're playing, yeah, I believe so. They can. I'm not saying they're going to. Like, if I had to put all my life savings on it, I'd take OKC. But I see a pathway that the Lakers can actually win the NBA Finals now. Guys, if I have to, again, in order of most likely to win the NBA Finals, number one's OKC, number two's Los Angeles now. That's how good this team has been playing. They actually play defense, which is a shocker. Basketball team actually plays defense, and they're good now. They actually lock in on the perimeter. They don't give you anything easy, and they always put a hand in your face. You don't get free looks anymore against the Lakers. That's always been the Lakers thing. I always called them the lazy Lakers, about how they would just, wide open shooter. We're going to cross our fingers and hope you miss. No, they actually get out to the perimeter and close out and put a hand in your face. There are no more easy looks. JJ's actually drawing things up. JJ sends doubles all game long to Kevin Durant in the 2 games in Houston. Shifts the way the Rockets play the Lakers. I'm so impressed. Marcus Smart's playing with all this fire. And how about the Don? 60 points against Miami? Oh my goodness. Luka, 60 against the Heat. This recent run for Doncic post-divorce. Oh man. 44, 35, 31, 51, 30, 36, 40, 60 for Luka Doncic post-divorce and post-linking up with Madeline Klein. Come on now. Best scorer in the NBA. And the Mavericks let this guy go for Anthony Davis for 20 games of AD. Great job. I'm not complaining. The Lakers are going to Orlando and winning tonight. They are. The Magic were on a run of their own. Do not get me wrong, right? The Magic were playing really great basketball. They were on, a 7-game winning streak? Yeah, I don't love 3 straight L's. Losing in Atlanta to the Hawks on Magic City night, or was supposed to be Magic City night. They lose to the Thunder at home by 5. Shai has a great game. Orlando falls short. Okay. Then you go to Charlotte and you lose by 19 to the Hornets. A Hornets team that has been struggling as of late. Not anymore. Obviously, they just beat Orlando and Miami, but don't love that. I know the Magic won the first matchup against the Lakers less than a month ago, but boy, what a difference does a month make? Guys, the Lakers now are unrecognizable. The Lakers a month ago are unrecognizable compared to what they are now. They don't even play remotely the same. It's absurd. I don't recognize the old Lakers team now. They get good looks. Luka's just playing out of his mind. But they actually show up and play defense. And DA's playing better too. Everyone's actually looking like they give a shit. It's crazy. Who would have thought? I've just been so impressed. I've been so impressed. Orlando coming off 3 straight L's is not beating this Lakers team. They're just not doing it. Tickets are lowest ticket for this game, $250. Holy crap. Wow. The Magic do not have the firepower to beat Los Angeles. Jonathan Isaac, guys, I will say, that initial Magic-Lakers game, Jonathan Isaac played a factor. He only played 15 minutes, but the Magic, and this is what they do, they will play Jonathan Isaac in big defensive stretches. When they're sitting on leads, they put Jonathan Isaac in the game, and they'll throw him in the game in the clutch because he's just that good of a defender, both interior-wise, and he can play the perimeter too. Jonathan Isaac is a special talent defensively. Not going to score at all, but defensively, Jonathan Isaac is legitimately top 20 in the sport. And in terms of shot blocking, yeah, he's up there with anybody in the league. Jonathan Isaac, again, came to the league as a 3, really not playing the 4 / kind of 5. 6'10", one of the largest wingspans in the NBA. He averages 2 points per game. I would love for the Los Angeles Lakers to find a way to get Jonathan Isaac next season. With all due respect to Vando, he's Vando on steroids. He just is, right? Maybe he doesn't have the corner 3-point shooting ability that Vando now has, but whatever. Small plays like that were just stretches where Jonathan Isaac's on the court. Not going to happen tonight. Isaac's still out. Jonathan Isaac tonight out with a knee injury. Obviously, Franz Wagner's been out. Anthony Black's been out. Wendell Carter Jr., center for the Magic, questionable with a rib injury. If he doesn't play, you're on Mo Wagner and Goga Bitadze or Colin Castleton. Yeah, the Lakers are winning this game. The win streak's not ending here. And then on Monday, they go to Detroit to take on the Pistons, obviously with no Cade Cunningham. This thing's going to 10. 11 would be Indiana, 12 would be Brooklyn, 13 would be Washington. This is getting to at least 13 games. How else at 14? They're going to beat Cleveland. They're going to have a 14-game winning streak rolling into that Thunder game. Oh my goodness, this might be crazy. April 2nd is going to be the Lakers on 14 straight wins versus OKC on 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's going to be a 14-game winning streak versus a 16-game winning streak on April 2nd in OKC. Game of the year between the two best teams in the NBA. I cannot wait. Tonight, though, give me Luka, AR, Braun, and the Lakers. By the way, LeBron James. He's 41. He's playing like this. My goodness. Give him 3 more years. Bring it. We're contending now. Just give us Lou Dort next year, too, please. Well, please give me Lou Dort on this team. I need it. I need Lou Dort on this team bad. We're actually contending now. I can't believe my eyes. It brings a tear to my eye. It does. Just one eye. Brings a tear. Lakers beat the Magic tonight. I can't wait. Guys, I get excited to watch the Lakers again. I can't believe it. Because it's been so tough being a Lakers fan, right? So tough. Lakers beat the Magic. Next up, it's my reward for the Nationals sucking over my entire lifetime other than one season. Even though I will say, I love the Lakers. It does not even compare, though, to my love of the Washington Nationals. Unfortunately, that's the situation I put myself into. Again, I love the Lakers. Second favorite team in sports. Pro sports. It's like Nationals, Lakers. Love the Lakers, but I would go back to the tanking days of the Lakers just to see the Nationals back in the postseason every year, which I did experience from really, 2014 to 2019. So we're taking turns. Lakers are good now. Nationals are ass. It's okay. Okay, fourth best bet of the video: Darius Garland over 2.5 3-pointers. It's a line that Garland's been pretty consistently hitting. We've gone to this a couple times already, right? Since Garland's been traded to the Clippers. The last game for Garland on Wednesday does not play the second night of the back-to-back against the Pels. Again, the two Clippers-Pelicans games that are just played on back-to-back nights. Does not play the Thursday game, but plays the Wednesday game. Garland only had 1 3-pointer. He shot 3, but only hit 1. I think it's a rare off night. Darius Garland, that's by far the least amount of threes he's shot in every single game or any game as a Clipper. He's been averaging 8 to 9 3-pointers per game, and there's been all but one game ever where Garland hadn't attempted 9 or 8 3-pointers prior to that last matchup against the Pelicans. I'm going to just staple that. I'm just going to say that's an outlier outright. I just immediately that's the first thing that comes to mind. It's just a rarity. It's not going to happen again because the consistency that Garland's been getting from beyond the arc as the Clipper specifically has just been through the roof. They play Garland quite a bit. He's going to get likely 30 minutes per game, and a big part of what the Clippers do is getting Garland going from beyond the arc. Now, the Clippers finally get a game here where they should be able to win. We talked about it a little bit earlier. The Clippers have now slipped into the 9-10 spot in the play-in. And obviously, again, we keep saying it, it's a massive difference being in the 9-10 compared to the 7-8. 7-8, you get 2 chances to win 1 game, and your second chance is guaranteed to be at home. The 9-10, you have to win back-to-back with the second game guaranteed to be on the road just to get to play the 8 seed in the playoffs. But the Clippers have now lost 4 consecutive games. It went south for them after they beat the Bulls. They lost to the Kings at home, prime time. Lost to the Spurs in a competitive game without Kawhi Leonard on Monday, but then lost in New Orleans in back-to-back games on both Wednesday and Thursday to the Pelicans. Can they get back on the right track against the Mavericks? They should, and if they don't, then you got to think, does this team lose out and the Pelicans get in the play-in? Obviously, no. But still, because they play Milwaukee on Monday. Anyways, they should get Dallas tonight, and with that, Garland should be able to get a lot going from beyond the arc. The Mavericks, we know, are obviously tanking, like every team in the West is. If you're not in the playoffs and not the Pelicans, you're tanking. But the Mavs are fairly healthy tonight. Cooper Flag is going. Caleb Martin, questionable. Brandon Williams is out. But for the most part, the Mavs are still fairly healthy. Why does ESPN still have RJ Nembhard on the Mavericks roster? It's Ryan Nembhard. Multi-million dollar company, by the way. That's absurd. Whatever. That's why NBC and Prime are way better watches for the NBA than ESPN. Anyways, I like Garland tonight. I do. I like Garland to go over the 3 points, 3-point shots made. We need 3, right? You look at every game Garland's played as a Clipper. First 2 games only hits 2, whatever. But then 3 of 8 against Memphis, 5 of 9 against the Knicks, 5 of 9 against the Timberwolves, 5 of 10 against the Kings, 4 of 9 against San Antonio, and then yes, the 1 of 3 against the Pelicans. But immediately again, I just believe that's a massive outlier, and I don't expect Garland to continue to shoot that little amount of threes. I do expect again him to sit at that 8 to 9 to 10 3-point attempts per game. The Clippers, we know, again, are still injured going into this matchup. This should be the final game without Benedict Mathurin. Mathurin is still out for the entire road trip, obviously missing both New Orleans games and this one as well. Potential no Kawhi Leonard tonight. If Kawhi doesn't play, obviously that continues to increase the amount of 3-point shots we are going to see with Darius Garland. Kawhi tonight, questionable with an ankle injury. I have to imagine he's going to play because they're trying to keep Kawhi eligible to win, obviously, or to make an All-NBA team. And you can tell, again, the way Kawhi's playing, he's really just trying to push to get on the All-NBA spot, which, again, he deserves to get, but obviously he needs to play 65. Kawhi should play, but then the question always comes out, how much does Kawhi play? Because, again, from here on out, Kawhi needs to play Kawhi needs to play all but one more game. He can miss one more game for the rest of the season. I don't think it's going to be here. It's not going to be here. Because they're not going to play Kawhi every single night. They still have one more back-to-back later in the year. That's when they'll sit him. I think Garland goes over. I think it's an easy line. I know it's minus 105, but I still like it a lot. Darius Garland over 2.5 3-pointers at minus 105. Final best bet of the video. Oh, goodness, the Bucks suck. They're so bad. Milwaukee is awful, man. And maybe, again, big shocker, giving Miles Turner all that money, giving a center who can't get a rebound and doesn't play any interior defenses other than a cool block every once in a while, that doesn't work out for your second highest paid player beyond, or obviously other than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Guys, the Bucks are going to continue to spiral downwards for the rest of the season because there's so much controversy going around their locker room, or just, I guess, the biggest story around the Bucks is not their actual play on the court, which again, Milwaukee has now lost 6 out of their last 7 games, with their only victory being over, shocker, the Indiana Pacers, where we did take the Bucks to cover, and they did exactly that. But Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Bucks want to shut down Giannis Antetokounmpo for the rest of the year, as Milwaukee could win out from here on out and get to 41-41, and yet they would still need Charlotte to lose all but 4 of their games. It's not happening. So the Bucks are pretty much out. Milwaukee wants to shut Giannis down for the year. Giannis says, no, I want to come back and I want to continue to play. Yeah, this is, again, the beginning. Well, we've always been on the beginning of the end for Giannis in Milwaukee. It's officially happening here. Absolutely. The latest report on Giannis was that the Bucks co-owners are holding, or they had a 90-minute interview with ESPN that they will decide the path with Giannis together. How does that even mean? This is bad, man. This is really bad. Giannis will get his way, trust me. But I think he's never playing for the Bucks after this year ever again. No shot. I don't know who's going to trade for him. Somebody will, and it's going to be a blockbuster. Anyways, still no Giannis tonight, obviously. It's a question of, will Giannis be back in a couple weeks or not? They're not winning tonight, and they're not going to be even close against the Phoenix Suns. I know Phoenix is coming off a disastrous L against the San Antonio Spurs. You're up big, you miss 2 free throws, and then Wemby obviously hits the game winner. Horrible. Phoenix has now lost 4 consecutive games against Toronto, Boston, Minnesota, and San Antonio. That road trip did not go well for them, other than their win in Milwaukee by 15 against the Bucks, and their win, obviously, against the Indiana Pacers also by 15 points. But 4 consecutive L's going into this game has them now currently deep into the 7th seed, as they are now 3.5 games back of Minnesota, who currently holds the 6th spot in the Western Conference. And with only 11/12 more games to go, I think they have 12. Yeah, they have 12 more games to go. Kind of hard to make those games up with only 12 left. I mean, 3.5 feels like a lot, again, with just 12 games to go, especially with the way most of these teams are playing. But with the Ant injury, maybe Phoenix can slip back into the 6th. Probably not, though. Anyways, I expect the Suns to dominate the Bucks tonight. Bucks without Giannis Antetokounmpo, potentially, without Kevin Porter Jr. as well, as KPJ is questionable with the knee injury. Gary Harris questionable too. Phoenix is fairly healthy, obviously, other than that continued injury to Dillon Brooks, still with the hand injury, out for now. Royce O'Neal is going to be out tonight with the knee injury Grayson Allen questionable. We shall see about him. But Phoenix has got the pieces and enough pieces to beat Milwaukee, obviously. We know the Suns can score points, and I think they have to have a sour taste in their mouth after, oh man, a horrible loss against the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, you could have picked up a great momentum-boosting victory on the road against a great team, and you get gamed by Wemby after you miss back-to-back free throws. I mean, just a catastrophic L for the Suns. They are now pretty easily expected to be the 7th seed in the Western Conference play-in, and obviously that means they need to win one of 2 win-or-go-homes just to get into the 16-team field. Anyways, though, they should dominate Milwaukee. The Bucks absolutely suck. We've seen that in their last 7 games, except for the Pacers one. Miles Turner sucks. Just putting that out there. Utah just beat Milwaukee in Salt Lake 128-96. I can only imagine. They beat him by the way, Utah beat Milwaukee 128-96, where they played Anderson Garcia all 48 minutes, never came off the court. Unbelievable stuff. If you're losing to Milwaukee by 32 points, I can't imagine what Phoenix is going to do to you. Phoenix, by whatever they want, however they want, does not matter. Phoenix wins, and undoubtedly they cover the 11 points against the awful Milwaukee Bucks and the awful Miles Turner, who I'm loving the hate watch. 1 for 3 for 3 points in 18 minutes against the Jazz. You absolutely suck. Tonight, Phoenix, though, covers the 11 points and wins at home. Folks, thank you all for watching our NBA Best Bets here on March 21st. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you just good thing the picks. We'll be back tomorrow for more daily NBA Best Bets. Folks, thank you all for watching, and Mamba forever.